The digital world erupted. It was May 2025. War 2, the much-anticipated sequel, was already a battleground. Long before the first scene was shot, fans had chosen their champion. A prominent media house, Pink Villa, posed a simple question on social media. Who are you rooting for in War 2? The question was direct. The implications were vast. The anticipation was a palpable entity, a crackling energy in the online sphere. A sequel always carries the immense pressure of its predecessor, and this one, with its colossal star cast featuring Hrithik Roshan and Junior NTR, amplified that pressure tenfold. The online sphere, a relentless arena of opinion, became the first theatre for this clash of titans, a dramatic prelude to the cinematic conflict yet to unfold on the silver screen. The numbers that emerged were stark. They told a compelling story. Junior NTR's legions had spoken with resounding clarity. A staggering 74 to 77% of the votes swung decisively in his favor. This was not merely a win, it was an online landslide. His supporters, a vibrant and vocal community, painted social media platforms with their unwavering allegiance. The sheer volume of votes was an undeniable testament to his dedicated and highly organized following. It was a digital roar, echoing across Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, a powerful pronouncement. The message was clear. The man of masses, as Junior NTR is affectionately known, had arrived on this new battlefield, and his online army was formidable, ready to defend their idol's honor and claim an early victory in this preliminary skirmish. In stark contrast, Hrithik Roshan, the undisputed hero of the original war, saw a different narrative unfold in this particular online poll. His numbers, while respectable in isolation, hovered between 23 and 26%. It was a significant share, certainly, representing millions of fans. Yet it was dwarfed in this specific digital contest by the sheer force of Junior NTR's support. The Greek god of Bollywood, an icon whose screen presence has captivated audiences for over 2 decades, faced a new kind of challenger from the south. His traditional North Indian bastions seemed to be momentarily outmaneuvered, at least in the confines of this particular social media survey, igniting fervent discussions and intense debates among cinephiles and industry watchers, all questioning the shifting dynamics at play. But what do these online polls truly signify in the grand scheme of cinematic success? Are they an infallible measure of a star's enduring magnetism and box office pull? Or are they more a reflection of highly organized, digitally savvy fan groups, adept at mobilizing support at a moment's notice? Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between these two poles. It is widely acknowledged that bots can artificially amplify voices and inflate numbers. Passionate fans, driven by loyalty, can mobilize with astonishing speed and efficiency. The digital landscape is a complex, often murky territory. It can function as a fervent echo chamber at times, where popular opinions are reinforced and amplified. The results, while undeniably headline-grabbing and conversation-starting, might not always translate directly to the queues forming outside cinema halls, a crucial distinction often debated by industry analysts and seasoned moviegoers. The immediate aftermath of the Pink Villa poll results unleashed an uncontrollable torrent across the internet. Memes, the ubiquitous currency of online discourse, flooded social media feeds seemingly overnight. The creativity, or perhaps for some, the perceived cruelty of these digital artifacts knew no bounds. Fans, armed with readily available photo editing tools and a sharp, often biting wit, went to work with gusto. The digital canvas became a vast playground for relentless banter, playful jabs, and sometimes outright mockery directed at the stars involved. Every click, every share, every retweet amplified the narrative that was beginning to take shape, a narrative that some observers found deeply amusing and others, particularly die-hard fans of the star on the receiving end, found concerning and disrespectful. The speed at which these visual jokes and satirical comments spread was nothing short of astonishing. A significant portion of these jokes and memes took direct aim at Hrithik Roshan. The suggestions, sometimes subtle, often overt, that he was being sidelined in his own franchise were rife. The narrative being woven was mischievous, provocative, and undeniably attention-grabbing. Was the original star, the very face of war, now being overshadowed by the new entrant? This query became a recurring theme, a persistent hum in the online chatter that surrounded War 2. Fans of Junior NTR understandably celebrated this perceived shift in dominance, while some of Hrithik Roshan's loyalists fumed, defending their idol vehemently. The digital space, in its chaotic and unfiltered way, became a microcosm of the larger fan anxieties and burgeoning expectations surrounding the film's audacious casting coup, a playful yet pointed commentary. This entire episode serves as a potent illustration of the formidable power wielded by dedicated fan armies in the contemporary media landscape. They possess the ability to shape online narratives with remarkable efficacy. They can dominate trending topics, steer discussions, and ensure their chosen star remains in the spotlight. Their loyalty is often bordering on unconditional, and their the age of pervasive social media, this digital footprint frequently translates into perceived dominance of influence, whether or not it accurately reflects broader public sentiment. The online battle for War II, even before its official promotional campaign had begun, was a clear and compelling demonstration of this modern phenomenon, showcasing how these groups work tirelessly. However, a crucial question lingers amidst all this digital self-activity. Is this online dominance, so vividly displayed in polls and meme wars, always equate to tangible, real-world impact? Or is it often the case of a vocal, highly motivated minority being amplified by the algorithms and echo chambers of social media platforms? The lines between genuine widespread sentiment and manufactured buzz can blur with disconcerting ease. The internet is an undeniably powerful tool for communication and mobilization, yet it is not, and perhaps never will be, the sole arbiter of success, especially in an industry as multifaceted as cinema. The real ultimate test, the final verdict on a film's triumph or failure, lies far beyond the flickering screens of smartphones and laptops. Hrithik Roshan stands as a colossal figure in the landscape of North Indian cinema. His charm is the stuff of legends, a magnetic quality that has enchanted audiences for years. His screen presence is undeniably potent, often described as electrifying and captivating. The staggering success of War I was a resounding testament to his enduring appeal and his prowess in the action genre. His performance in that film was widely lauded by critics and audiences alike, and his meticulously executed action sequences were breathtaking. He, along with Tiger Shroff, set an incredibly high benchmark for action entertainers in Bollywood. His fans in the Hindi heartland, and indeed across the nation, have remained steadfast in their admiration for decades, drawn to his versatility, his dedication to his craft, and his captivating performances. Junior NTR, on the other hand, commands a massive, almost cult-like following in the southern states of India, particularly in the Telugu-speaking regions. His fanbase is incredibly passionate, a veritable army of supporters whose devotion is legendary. The recent social media poll results, which saw him garner an overwhelming majority of votes, showcase their formidable online strength and organizational capabilities vividly. His recent cinematic successes, most notably the global phenomenon RRR, have significantly boosted his pan-India popularity, catapulting him onto the national stage. He is no longer perceived merely as a regional superstar. His appeal now demonstrably transcends linguistic and geographical boundaries, making him a truly national cinematic force, recognized and admired across the diverse tapestry of India. War II thus transcends the typical definition of a sequel. It evolves into something far more significant, a fascinating confluence of distinct star powers, a cinematic event where North meets South in a spectacular explosion of talent. Two titans of Indian cinema, each with their own unique style and massive fan following, are set to share screen space, potentially creating an unforgettable on-screen dynamic. This casting decision in itself is a masterstroke by Yash Raj Films, strategically designed to draw audiences from every corner of the country, appealing to diverse demographics. The film promises not just thrilling action but a compelling cultural and cinematic amalgamation, a fusion of different filmmaking sensibilities and star personas. It represents a truly significant moment. The anticipation surrounding this unique casting combination is therefore understandably immense and building with each passing day. How will these two distinct acting styles and on-screen personas blend or clash? Who will ultimately shine brighter in this stellar ensemble? Or perhaps more excitingly, will they complement each other perfectly to create pure, unadulterated cinematic magic that elevates the film beyond expectations? Fans from both sides, and neutral cinephiles alike, are incredibly eager to witness this dynamic unfold on the grand canvas of the big screen. The potential chemistry, the inevitable confrontation, and the rumored collaboration between their characters, all these elements are potent fuel for the already blazing pre-release excitement and speculation, making it a cinematic event. Social media polls, with their instant results and ability to generate widespread discussion, are ultimately fleeting. They capture a specific moment in time, a snapshot of online sentiment. They primarily reflect the enthusiasm and dedication of the most active and vocal online communities. However, they are not, by any stretch of the imagination, the ultimate prophecy of a film's eventual fate at the crucial box office. The digital roar, however loud and persistent it may seem, does not always translate directly into ticket sales or sustained audience interest. The true battlefield for any film is not the ephemeral timeline of Twitter or the argumentative comments section of an Instagram post. It is, and always will be, the darkened theater, filled with expectant faces and the collective hush before the opening credits roll. The real, unassailable measure of success for War II will be its performance during its theatrical run. The audience's collective verdict, expressed through ticket purchases and word of mouth in cinemas across the nation and beyond, is what truly matters in the final analysis. Will they flock in droves to witness these two cinematic giants share the screen for the first time? Will the intricate storyline captivate their imaginations and keep them on the edge of their seats? Will the promised high-octane action sequences leave them breathless and wanting more? These are the fundamental questions that will ultimately determine the film's critical reception, its commercial success, and its lasting legacy in the annals of Indian cinema. The collective shared experience of watching a film on the big screen remains an irreplaceable cultural ritual. The combined star power of Hrithik Roshan and Junior NTR is undeniably formidable. It is a potent and explosive mix, possessing the inherent capability to set the box office ablaze, shattering existing records and creating new benchmarks. If the film manages to deliver on its immense promise, fulfilling the sky-high expectations of millions, it could very well rewrite the record books for Indian action cinema. The expectations are not just for the individual performances of its lead stars, but also for Ayan Mukherjee's directorial vision, the quality of the script, the innovation in its action choreography, and the overall production value. This film has all the ingredients to become a landmark event, a cultural touchstone discussed for years to come. The online skirmishes, the passionate fan battles waged across social media, the triumphant poll victories, and the endless stream of memes, they all contribute significantly to the pre-release buzz and anticipation. They keep the film in the public consciousness. But the true war, the one that genuinely counts, will be fought and decisively won in the theaters. It is there, in the shared darkness of the cinema hall, that the audience will collectively decide who reigns supreme. Or better yet, if both these charismatic stars emerge as triumphant collaborators, delivering an unforgettable and exhilarating cinematic spectacle. The ultimate judgment, the final word, belongs unequivocally to the paying public, whose collective voice and patronage will echo far louder and resonate far longer than any transient online poll or fleeting digital trend.